Okay, guys, this is going to be my review of Dumb and Dumber. And I really like this film. It was actually surprisingly funny because it's like I always thought like when they do comedies about like just the gimmick is that it's like the characters are very dumb. I'm always like, because I don't like dumb comedies where it's like you're supposed to laugh at how dumb the characters are. But for some reason it works because they're too dumb and because you're in a frustrating but funny way, you know. Or it's like Jim Carrey just knows how to pull it off, like no other, no like he can pull off a dumb character, but still pull it off in a sincere way. Because I feel like sometimes when we watch comedies that are just supposed to be with dumb characters, the actors are implying them in a way where, as if the characters knew they were dumb but still went along with it. But here you could tell that that was really who Lloyd was, and that was really the situation. And same thing with Harry. And so I think it was like, yes, they're dumb and stupid, but I think the comedy worked because it was like to that extreme where it's like I don't even know how to describe it, how it works. It just works. It's just that there's that almost sense of magic, how they're able to pull off comedies yet with annoying dumb characters. And I think it really comes down to the circumstance of the story, where it's like the different story beats happen, then they'll make a dumb remark, and through their great journey and whatnot, they still again do dumb things, but they act dumb and whatnot. But it doesn't change the fact that there is still a comedic value to them because I feel like the actors portray them in such a serious way, as in like, because like when I see different comedies, like because like part of a type of comedy is like a comedian will play a dumb character for laughs, right? Laughs. But whenever that happens, I just get that sense of this character is the actor's not taking the character seriously. Because I think great comedic characters are characters that just happen to be doing funny things, and that's why it's so tricky to do a character that, because like usually most good comedies you'd be like, okay, you take normal characters in funny circumstances. Here you take circumstances and put funny characters. But usually when that happens, it's just that the character is just a plot device to make a joke. But here it felt like real characters who were dumb, but again were played in a sincere way, where it felt like it was just that character was not intelligent, and it never felt like they made the character solely for comedic purpose, because it was funny and all, but there was some character value. And I felt like whenever I see people emulate the type of dumb dumber where they're like, oh, let's have two dumb characters or one dumb character, it always felt like the actor wasn't trying, was just trying like, okay, be as dumb as you can. But here it was like, be this character who just happens to be comedic in the fact that it's dumb. But also I like that there is some sort of story, and I like the journey aspect of it. I like that they are going on a road trip, and the dumb comedy works, that literally Dumb and Dumber. The idea of two dumb characters, because I think what I love is they present different circumstances, and I love that it's almost interactive as an audience, because they get put in the circumstance, and then you as an audience member is like thinking what you would do in this situation, and then they always do the big obvious thing as a no-no. But it's not just that, the comedy surrounding that, how dumb they are. There's also other comedy. I think that I like the variety. Whereas like we have the dumb comedy, the not dumb comedy, but the comedy based on the dumb characters who are not intelligently challenged. But there's still other types of comedy in there, and I think that's also what helps and makes it work. And I was surprised because everybody loves Dumb and Dumber, but I didn't understand why, because I was never a big fan of these comedies about dumb characters, like a Mr. Bean film or a Pee Wee film or or just any of those examples of just dumb character supposed to be funny because it's a dumb character. I was never a fan of those films. I never even watched any of those films for that matter. But I really love Dumb and Dumber, so I was wondering like why. But then it's like Jim Carrey pulls off the idea of let's portray a dumb character and make him always the punchline of a joke. But it wasn't like the thing is, in that sense, it was just like because I think what they love is they didn't just make him a plot device for a joke. They made him a real character that just so happens to be intelligently challenged. So I could really enjoy that aspect. And I love, again, that journey aspect and that plot talent. Where I love the plot itself was done in a comedic way. Where it's like you understand, okay, so they have to, these bad guys take the briefcase and how it wasn't an accident. I love, because again, like the plot idea of she leaves the briefcase for the criminals, but, Lloyd thinks, it was a mistake, takes the briefcase, and then that's what sets him off on the journey. And I love that, this idea of a comedic thing sets him off on the journey. That the plot is comedy gold in and of itself, you know what I mean? So I really enjoyed this film. I was actually surprised how much, because again, I knew that everybody loved it and it was a big comedic classic. But I didn't really know why, because I never was ever really a big fan of characters that were just, comedy based on just dumb characters. But then here this film comes, and I was, pleasantly surprised. Stay tuned for videos coming at you.